There's a weird sound that's going on outside. It sounds really spooky. It does sound like a ghost, or it sounds like a vampire, which would be fitting because today we're talking about what we do in the shadows. Roll the intro because I don't have an intro. Just get off this screen because the puns are too bad. So this was a very long time coming, I feel like. How have I not watched this show? What We Do in the Shadows is so good. It's so funny and has become rapidly a hyperfixation for me. What We Do in the Shadows, for those of you who don't know, is based off of a mockumentary that Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement wrote and directed like years prior. This was like my film teacher like suggested me to watch this after watching Ragnarok, saying if you like this guy you might like this, and Taika Waititi has now become my favorite director and resonates with me so much in his directing style and writing style. The show is set in the same world, and basically it's a documentary crew following a group of vampires in Staten Island, New York. We get to see all of their dumb shenanigans, like getting into trouble with the local werewolf population, to a high-ranking baron coming in to visit them, or taking over the local vampire council. It's hilarious. We get like loads of amazing celebrity cameos too, from Taika Waititi himself to Benedict Wong shows up, and also Mark Hamill shows up in like an entire episode. It's amazing. And also every episode is like 20 to 30 minutes long. It's amazing. It's like the perfect show when I think about it. But why is it the perfect show? Why do I love What We Do in the Shadows so much? And I feel really weird speaking about this because I feel like you've probably already watched it. However, if I hadn't watched it, then maybe some other people out there hadn't either. Why should you watch What We Do in the Shadows? One of the main reasons is that it is just dumb fun, and I wanted to sort of go onto this whole tangent of the importance of dumb media, of this idea that you don't have to have really smart comedy, that you don't have to like think, like the place of slapstick nowadays. In this day and age, where everything is just sort of going wrong, the world outside is on fire. Having a show that just sort of allows you to escape and sort of switch off your brain and not have to think about anything, I feel like there's a really important place for that, and we could do with more of it. What We Do in the Shadows is dumb. It's really dumb. It's really stupid, but it's really funny. And the writers understand that this isn't like a Marvel show. This isn't the MCU. Things can just happen, and the fans don't care. They're just like, sure, this is a thing. We don't need to know the lore. They just sort of wing it, and it's really good. However, and I'm going to completely contradict myself here, but the writing, on the other hand, is really sophisticated, and it's really well written and really well thought out. You know, the comedy may be dumb and it may be slapstick. However, the narrative and the themes that this show explores are so good. I touched on this in my Cuphead review, how I love when a show can balance two things, where it's, you know, it's really funny, it's really stupid, but it's also using its platform and its themes to spread a really good message. I love when writers can do that, and that's sort of what makes a really good show for me. In What We Do in the Shadows, we get some amazing themes, from like just what friendship is to what a healthy romantic relationship looks like, and like personal history and identity. I would have never expected these things in a stupid, dumb vampire mockumentary. The main one that stood out to me is when I watched an interview on this, is that Laszlo and Nadja, two of the characters who are in a relationship in this film, they stick together no matter what. And in the interview they were saying how this is what true love is sticking with each other no matter how dumb and how stupid our decisions are. It's standing by each other and trying to make each other better and improve. That's heavy for a vampire show that's just stupid. However, it really works. The writing is so good, and I love it when a show that is comedy, which like in its nature has this ability to pull in a big audience. If you're a comedy show that's airing on TV or is airing on a streaming service, you have this like almost instant ability to be like pulling people in to watch it, because people like love this kind of platform. When they can use that platform for really good like themes and really good stories to tell to like impact people, then that's super powerful, and that is sort of what we should be doing as storytellers. So while I started off saying that this is just a stupid show, it is also really smart. And again, it does this really good balance. However, yeah, I just feel like there's a really big importance to dumb movies and dumb stories and comedy, because it is just really fun. I feel like we overlook this idea of fun, and we need more fun. Also, like, what we do in the shadows is like super gay, and its queer representation, in my opinion, is amazing, because obviously these characters are queer, like they show that they are, they say that they are. However, they're not making a point of it. They're not like, hey, look, we've got queer characters because we have to. No, they're just like, yeah, these characters are queer. Like, let's just get on with the story. It's amazing. Because in my opinion, whilst there is a place for films and TV that make a point of having their characters queer, on the other hand, I love it when queer characters are just part of the world. They're not like a huge thing. They're not, important's not the right word, but like they're not, them being gay isn't the main thing. They're still humans at the end of the day. Being gay is just who they are. I love that. We've of course got to talk about the costume design in this, especially because in what we do in the shadows, it tells a story. There's so much character that's being told through the outfits and what they're wearing. Because, of course, these are vampires that we're watching, so of course they've lived a very long time, so they would have sort of picked up little stylish like parts that they really liked and would have continued wearing them. So their hair is going to be from like the 80s, and what they're wearing is going to be from the Victorian era, and perhaps their shoes are going to be from like the early 2000s. That's such a clever idea, and I feel like we could be doing so much more in everything that we write for what the character's wearing and what that tells us about that character. We can't finish this review without talking about the amazing cast. Everyone in this show nails it out of the park. I mean, it feels right to talk about Matt Berry because everything he says in this show is absolutely pure gold. However, I don't want him over like shadowing everyone in this show, because everyone is amazing, from the writers to the actors to the costume design to the set design. Everything in this show is so meticulously laid out and written. It's really good, and for a TV show nonetheless. Yeah, this is art. So that was what I thought about what we do in the shadows, a very overdue video. However, yeah, go watch it. 3 seasons currently airing in the UK on BBC iPlayer and Disney Plus's Hulu, and season 4 is currently airing in the US as well. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching this video and watching me and sticking with the channel. And before you go, can you just have a lovely day? Thank you.